Okay, so hi guys and welcome to our channel Company Insider. So today I will be discussing very briefly about the interview process for DXC Technologies. So DXC recently came to a college which is VIT Vellore, and they have given us a PDF also. So in that PDF all the things are given like what are the job responsibilities, knowledge and skills required, the eligibility criteria, the hiring process. So I will tell you all the important points given in this PDF in this video, and I will also share this PDF, so if someone wants to read it completely they can go through it. The link will be in the description. Okay, so now let's get into the important points. So first of all, the eligibility criteria. So education 60% and above in 10th, 12th and graduation. So in graduation means your CGPA should be greater than 6. Next is branches allowed. So the good news is that all the branches are eligible. Gaps in education, not more than 2 years of gaps in education should be there, and no active backlogs and arrears should be there. So the other important information which I think all of you wants to know is the CTC. So CTC is 4 LPA, so 4 lakh per annum. There is no service agreement, and this is for 2022 batch. And the job title or the designation which will be given to you guys as a fresher is of associate professional. And they have also given a list of knowledge and skills required, so I will read it. You should have good communication skills, proficient in English language, both written and verbal, good interpersonal skills to interact with customers and team members, basic analytical and problem solving skills to design, creation, and testing of software, adaptable, self motivated, and demonstrate commitment to assigned deliverables, willing to work across different location and shift timings. Okay, basic know how on new and emerging technologies. Okay, so the knowledge and skills required are not very particular, these are like general knowledge and skills required. Let's get into the hiring process. So one of my friend also recently got placed in DXC Technologies, so I will also share his interview experience with you guys. So there are basically two rounds in DXC. The first round consists of an aptitude test. So in that aptitude test, it will be on MCAT platform, and you can easily practice questions on MCAT platform. The level of questions are moderate, and you can expect basic logical, quants, and verbal reasoning type of questions. The time given was 20 minutes for this round. So you can practice on MCAT or some aptitude books or India Picks. The question levels are not so tough. And just after this aptitude round, there will be essay writing section. So in that you have to write an essay of about 100 to 400 words. A topic will be given to you. So the friend of mine got a topic about how social media influence people and what is the impact of social media. And for this also you were given a time of 20 minutes. So first was aptitude round, second was essay writing, and following this there will be a technical round. So in the technical part, the first thing was understanding a pseudocode and writing the output for it. So a pseudocode will be given to you. You have to read the pseudocode, understand the code, and you have to guess the output or write the output. And there were one more type of questions, error correction type of questions. So in that code, a error will be there in that code. So you have to correct that error and you have to run your code. So your code should run basically. So in this code correction part, there were 7 questions, and out of those 7 questions, 3 to 4 were like easy type of questions. You can easily identify the error and correct it, and the rest of the 3 to 4 questions are quite moderate level. So the friend of mine who cleared this round was able to correctly answer 3 out of these 7 questions, and one question was from bubble sort, and another question was like you have to write and instead of or. So small corrections will be there. So if your basic programming concepts are good, I think you should be able to clear this round. So in total, this all comes under the first round only. The first thing was aptitude, the second thing was essay writing, and the third thing was the technical part. Inside the technical part, there was one pseudocode round in which a pseudocode will be given and you have to write the output. And the other thing was correcting the code. So a code will be given which is the wrong code. In that code, some errors will be there. You have to correct the error. In that error correction, 7 questions will be there. 3 to 4 will be easy, and 3 to 4 will be moderate level. You should know the basic concepts, and even if you are able to correctly answer 3 to 4 questions out of 7, you should be able to clear that round, given that you have also scored good in the aptitude section, right? So after this, if you cleared this first round, you will be called for an interview. So let me give a estimate. So in our college VIT Vellore, 800 students applied for DXC Technologies. The number of people applied was 800, and out of that 260 were called for interview, right? So out of 800, only 260 were called for interview. So that's around 30 to 33% something. So in this interview round, let me share you the interview experience of my friend, because he recently gave the interview for DXC. So I will tell you what were the questions asked to him so that you will get to know what the process. And this second round include both the technical and HR round. So both the technical and HR questions will be asked in the same round, the second round. So the interview will start with the basic classic question, tell me about yourself. So since this is a combined HR plus technical interview, so to my friend, a lot of HR based questions were asked compared to technical questions. So HR based questions like tell me about yourself, what are your likes and dislikes. He was also asked about his family background and where he is from, what does your father do. So a lot of HR based questions were there. And after this basic HR based questions, he was given some situational based question. So situational based questions like what was the biggest mistake that he had done in his life and what he learned from that. Also some questions like how do you select your friends and have you ever been in a conflict with someone? So how do you avoid conflicts or how do you resolve conflicts? So situational based questions like this. Now my friend was a mechanical engineer, so I also asked him that did the interviewer ask any questions about mechanical engineering to you? The interviewer didn't even look at his resume and all the projects and all those things that he had mentioned in this resume. The interviewer didn't ask a single question from that. But don't take it as a base guideline because the questions they ask also depends upon the interview panel, like who is taking your interview. Now coming to the technical part of the interview, so my friend was given two coding questions to solve and you have to code on screen. So out of those two questions, one was from arrays and the another was from strings. And both the questions were of moderate level. And apart from this, they also asked basic concepts from C++ and object-oriented programming and how many types of variables are there. They also asked what is software development. And another thing they asked was about, do you know cloud computing? So my friend was not knowing much about cloud computing at that time. So they said like you must learn cloud computing, it's very important. And another thing that they asked is like which language do you prefer to code? So my friend said like I prefer to code in Java. So they also asked him like have you done any certifications in Java? So they were also looking for certifications. So overall, this was the round 2 of DXC Technologies, which consists of both HR and technical questions. For this round, I will suggest you to get your basic concepts clear, and in whatever language you are coding, whether it be Java or Python or C++, you should know the basic concepts for that language, and you should practice some easy to medium level of coding questions. Apart from that, for the HR type of questions, there is no such preparation required. So I will also tell you the numbers of how many students got qualified. So 800 applied, 260 were finalized for the interview, and out of 260, 120 finally got selected for DXC Technologies from our college. One more thing that they look for is certifications. So if you have written some language like Java or C++ in your resume and you have some certifications to prove it, then that will be a plus point. Also get some basic knowledge about cloud computing because they specially ask for that in that interview. And I've also asked many other people about this technical part who got selected in DXC Technologies, and some were asked to write a code to check whether a number is a prime number or not and to find the SCF of two numbers. So they were asking very basic coding questions. And there were also some people who were not asked to write any code, but they were directly asked about OOPS concept. So you should also get your basic OOPS concept clear before the interview. So that will be all for this video. And if you want to know more about the company DXC Technology and about the job responsibilities that you will be given after you join the companies, so you can check out the PDF that I am having. I will share the link in the description. And if you have any other queries regarding any company's interview process or anything related to jobs, so you can write it on the comment. And we have also created a specific Telegram group for this. So if you have any queries, you can post there and we will be happy to help. We also post recent off-campus job openings in our Telegram group daily. So if you want to apply for different off-campus jobs, you can also get all the information there, or you can visit our website www.companyinsider.in. So thank you so much and bye.
When there's no hope hiding, no chance concealing what deep down I felt for you. Oh, I regret for losing the one who loved me.